The school is starting and you may feel like you don't have time for anything. You feel that you need 3 more hours of day. And to be honest, this is how sometimes feels everyone. And there is nothing wrong with feeling overwhelmed when life gets much more complicated than what we were used to. In this video, I want to share with you my best time managing tips that I learned over the years. If you have anything to say to this topic, write it down in the comments so all of us can benefit from it. You can use my tips to be more efficient in your job, with your hobbies or school. Before this video starts, I want to tell you that I am not professional in any of the topics that I talk about in my videos, but I simply always do some research for the topic and use some of my experience. So that's how I create my videos. Also, in this video I will use mostly the things that worked for me. Just so you know, let's get into the video. Don't let the tasks pile up. To have more time for everything, we simply shouldn't let the tasks pile up first. For example, if you just found out that you have to create a presentation to your job, start today. Of course, you don't need to finish everything the day you found out about it, or even start, but just start and finish the things as soon as possible, so you will be ready when new tasks come in. I'm sure that a lot of the people who are watching this video do things at the last moment, and that can work sometimes, but with leaving things for the last moment, this is how the tasks pile up, and that we don't know what to do first. Forget about being perfect. Not being perfect is absolutely okay. The fact that you show up and try is a success. Plan your day right. Scheduling our days can be very difficult. First, don't spend too much time planning your next day. What I find that works the best for me is to simply write the things I want to do the next day and then write to each one of them at what time I want to have the things done. It's all you need, basically, because if you spend too much time planning, you waste the time you could use for doing other things, right? And be realistic before writing down all the things you want to do the next day. Think first if you will be able to finish all the things that day. But of course, it is okay to just start some things and not finish them. And with that, we come to another important thing. When people, let's say, read a book, others recommend them to read at least 10 pages every day. But let's be honest, if you read 10 pages a day of some book, the longer you read it, the harder for you it is to remember what happened in the beginning. So what I find better is to simply choose one day and read the book for a few hours. Because reading for a long time can get you in the flow, and it is more efficient than just reading for a few minutes every day. But I'm sure there are people that like the first option better, and that is absolutely okay. When scheduling your day, don't forget another important thing: prioritization. When you plan your next day or plan anything, just plan it so the highest priority task will be done first. Because sometimes when we see how many things we have to do, it might be hard for us to decide which things to do first. And also, it makes sense to prioritize the more important tasks first. Eliminate distractions. If you want to reach deep focus when doing anything, you must eliminate all distractions, and we all know what is the worst distraction we all fail to eliminate: our phones. Let's be honest, even when we know we shouldn't have our phones near us when we work or want to be more efficient in anything, we still use them and have them near us. But in order to reach deep focus and get into the flow, we mustn't use the phone. Rest. If you're not going to rest, your body will simply not work as good as it could. Listen to your body and take some rest whenever you're not feeling good. But resting doesn't mean being on your phone and scrolling on TikTok. You can go for a walk, play with your pet, or just lie on the bed and relax for a while. But if you'll be on your phone during resting, your mind will still be stimulated by the phone and the rest won't be as effective as it could be. Sleep. Sometimes when we have a lot to do and we don't have much time, we sleep less hours. And if that happens from time to time, it's not that bad. But if that happens very regularly, that's not very healthy, and your body can also become weaker and you can get sick more easily. So saving time on sleep is not worth it. But also the whole recovery part is very useful. Remember, the whole time management thing is not just about doing more, but also about recovery and health. Don't forget to reward yourself after you finish something. Rewarding ourselves can very help with our mindset, especially after a hard task. It doesn't have to be anything big, something like a little snack is enough. You have to find something that suits you the best, of course. And the last thing for this video that I want to share with you and talk about here is work hard, but don't hurt yourself just because your results are not as good as you hoped for. You are still learning, and even if you're like 40, you don't have to have everything figured out yet. Just the fact that you try is enough. There are people who don't even try. That was all for this video, and see you in the next.